Alright, so it's nail trimming day for Casper. Very long, they dig in, it hurts. So it's kind of a rough setup, but this is what works. We just have him sit on this. It's just an old door to a dog kennel, and we Dremel his nails. So I like to just kind of find one of those sharp nails, pull it down through here, and I'll be on the underside, just so that if he does get upset by it, I have a little bit of protection for my fingers. So this Dremel has a light, which helps me to be able to see. So I'll just take off that tip till it goes for a bit. And I kind of just go back and forth on it. I'm looking to take some of the length off it, as well as leave it nice and smooth. So that's why I prefer the Dremel on this versus using the clippers. And he also has black nails, so it's a little harder to see exactly where that quick is. So I'm just going slow and I kind of watch for it. And it generally happens that I will quick him at some point. And that's okay. I mean, he's pretty tolerant. He doesn't act like it hurts him too bad. But in the event that he does start bleeding a little, I have some quick stop, or styptic powder is another name for it. But just like baking flour works in a pinch if you don't have any on hand. Alright, so I'm getting the length down to where I like it, so then I just kind of rub my finger over it, feel for any sharp spots, and it feels nice and smooth. So then I just grab a different toenail. And you can see with Casper, he's kind of making clicking noises with his beak and he's chewing on the bars. So, there he goes. So this is a way for him to displace. I mean, no animals really enjoy having their nails done, but tolerating it is good. So I noticed on that first nail, looks like I did hit the quick a little bit. So I'm just gonna get a little pinch of the quick stop here. Just a little pinch in my fingers, and then I just kind of press it right into there, and it just helps it to clock nice and quick, and then it'll fall off. So back to getting those other nails. Hey, bud. So again, just kind of feeling for sharp edges as I go. And sometimes when his nails get a little on the long side, I'll intentionally quick them just a little bit, where it just gets kind of a little pin prick of blood, and so that will help encourage that quick to recede back a little. Again, good to have quick stop on hand. Yeah, I know. So then I'll just go through and do this. So he has 4 toes on each foot, 2 point forward and 2 point backwards, called zygodactylus toes.
How do you pronounce that again, Crystal?
Zygodactylus.
Zygodactylus.
Zygodactyl.
Right, that's a good word.
So like more of the wild birds that you'll see around outside, if you look at the way their toes are arranged on their feet, they'll have 1 pointing back and 3 pointing forward. So, but Casper, being in the parrot family, his zygodactylus feet, it's so he can hold his food, because he's got that beak that cracks open nuts, seeds, vegetables, whatever he's foraging around for, where like sparrows, chickens, they'll be scratching, picking up little things and just cracking them with their beak, or eating smaller things. But since these guys will eat big tree nuts and they need to crack them open somehow, they use their beaks. Good boy, Casper. Alright, so there's the first foot. And sometimes he moves a little out of position where I gotta recenter him. Hi, where are you going? So then I can really feel a difference on my hand when he steps up between the foot that has the nice smooth nails This is the ones I haven't done with these sharp edges before. So sometimes when he makes those little squawking sounds, I'm either getting close to the quick, and so he's kind of alerting that he can feel it, or he's just getting a little frustrated. So this is exactly why we have this little grate between us. Good boy. So I can see I'm not hitting the quick, he's just being a little fussy. So I have the Dremel on the lower speed. And then I also just gotta position him to get in there. Good boy, Casper. So I'm being careful not to pull down too hard on his foot, since his toes are kind of straddling the bars here. I'm just trying to hold it in a direction where I can see what I'm doing as he's kind of moving and twisting around. So just being aware of his anatomy, where it stretches and where it doesn't. So sometimes if he twists around too much, but I still need to do a nail, I'll just kind of grab a different one that still needs to be done.
Some people wrap their furs in towels.
Yeah, that's the most common way for people to towel a bird. So kind of wrapping up their bodies where you're holding their wings tight, and then you have control of the beak as well. It's also kind of holding them from behind. Like if you put your hand over, kind of hold that lower beak. You can't bite doing that.
Can you show that again, Crystal?
Yeah, so you put your hand on the back part, and then got my thumb on one side of the lower beak, my finger on the other. So you can see he's clanking his beak around. So it's just kind of a matter of strength. And I have small hands.
And we know that clicking is.
Yeah.
That's the warning. We know what comes next.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So I have small hands and not the best grip strength, and that method hasn't worked super great for me in the past. That's why I prefer to do it like this, having this grate to give me that little extra bit of protection. Yeah, the first bird I ever failed with that method was a macaw. I still have very nice scars from that angry bird.
Well, Andy has a really good scar from Casper. He bit completely through her finger at one point, not on purpose. You know, he was in a mood and he didn't mean to, but it happened.
Yeah, he has a lot of control over this beak, and he shows us when he's going to be super gentle, and times. I've gotten bit other times where we were just playing and he got a little excited. He thought he was biting something different, but once I was using a lint roller, trying to clean off the couch a little bit, and he wanted to chase it, and I was kind of teasing him with it, and ended up getting, he got my finger instead of the lint roller.
I think that's what happened to Andy too. When he bit me, he was just mad.
I think I turned him over the wrong direction. I think he thought he was falling.
So it was an accident.
Yeah, he grabbed onto my finger because he thought he was falling.
Yeah.
I'm just
That was,
gonna go in
that was a
through
gnarly,
his toe.
that was a gnarly hole. It went completely through her index finger from one side to the other.
Alright, I think I've gotten all his toes at this point. I was tracking me spinning around, so final check, step up. Oh, much better. There, he's gonna demonstrate. He can be really gentle with that beak when he wants.
How's his wings look?
Let's see, so clip his wings. So they're pretty grown out right now. We normally take off like the first 4 or 5 primary feathers. So we'll clip it just under these ones, and just scissors. It's like hair, he can't feel it. We just always make sure that there's no blood supply in it, and these are all fully grown out feathers. See how the other side looks. So
is he pretty close to being able to fly?
we'll see how the other one looks, but yeah, having 3 of the ones that we previously removed come back, he's gonna have a little lift. He can't just up and fly away. So, let's see if you can see on this wing. So, we've got a feather in here that's just coming out. So the blood supply isn't running through it, otherwise you would just see it as red, but it's still covered in that sheath. But he hasn't nipped out. So normally it'll come off with my fingernail, but
I wonder why
just
he's
not
not. I wonder why
wanting to
he's
come out.
not cleaning that out.
Why? Yeah, it's not breaking up easily, so that could just be a feather coming in weird. I mean, his chest is a little rough. He's kind of due for a bath, so just give him a little soak. Some humidity might help that feather come in. And you can see, I mean, all of the clicking and stuff that he did earlier. He's not holding it against me. We're still friends.
Want to see more of Moke in action? Stick around and watch more of his fun and amazing videos. Make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on the next released video. And please give us a thumbs up and leave a comment below, letting us know what you would like to see next. Thanks for watching.